You need to take that out?
No, I'm good. I've gotten used to it now.
Oh. Alright, well, welcome to episode 55, Close Encounters of the Funny Kind. I've got something I need to bring up. Happened last week.
Oh. Okay. Wait, what happened last week?
Right there. Sam broke my coffee cup. World's okayest employee. That fits the coffee cup even more. I'm gonna take this to work and just drink out of it like this, like a monkey.
Do you want me to take a hammer to it and just chisel one side of it, and you just drink out of that side?
Maybe we should.
I need to order one of those for my new desk because now I have a big mirror that people have to walk, or a big window that everybody has to walk past. Now people see me.
No.
Before my office was, no one ever saw me. I was at like the end of all the offices. No one ever came down there.
Can you prop it up there?
I'll put it front and center next to the candy bowl.
You could.
Oh, next.
What
to,
if you get? What if you get? What
wait,
if,
next
get,
to my new mouse pad. Wait.
What does Michael Scott have? World's best boss. That's what you should get.
This is my new mouse pad for my new office.
It's fine. I'm fine. Everything's fine. There's a
Dumpster fire.
That's great.
Welcome to HR.
Oh my god. All right. Well, anyway, Sam picked this puppy up.
Because he's cute.
I don't know. That's hard to.
And it's brewed here in Jacksonville.
It's hard to see.
And I think I've only had one of their beers.
It's like a hedgehog or something. It's Ardwolf Brewing.
They're downtown.
It says it's a German style Pilsner. The issue is,
It doesn't have the alcohol content.
yeah. So we don't know if this is 25% alcohol, like some of these are. It's not.
So
gonna be
it was
good.
between this or Death by Ale. If any of y'all have had it, I've had it once, and I used to have their beer mug, but someone broke it. Or is it still up there?
I have no idea.
You broke my Budweiser one with the lizards on it. Do you guys remember the lizard Budweiser commercial from the 90s? I used to have a beer mug that had them on it. I bought it from the Budweiser plant because I lived down the road from it.
All right.
Pretty sure they pumped Budweiser.
So it doesn't look bad. Normally they're super cloudy if they're gross. So this one's a little cloudy.
Oh look, I'm going back there in July.
Wisconsin. All right, let's see how it tastes. That's not bad. You did good.
Yeah.
That's a good one. I like that.
High five.
All right.
We can't chest bump.
So it says Slow King. I don't know.
German style Pilsner.
Yeah.
HP 5.
There's so much going on here. Like, but brewed in Jacksonville, Florida.
Mm-hmm.
Ardwolf. I don't know.
I think they're downtown. I think they're by
Yeah.
the Jaguar.
It's down there, like when you're heading into downtown. There's a bar and
I
brewery.
think that's them.
Yeah, so that's not bad if you're in Jacksonville or I like these. This is not bad. It's just it's another one of those that's not like, it doesn't have that nasty IPA taste where it's like overpowering. And if I had to guess, this is probably one of those that's like 6% or something. It's just stronger than like light beer, but.
Y'all have to excuse me. Someone's got me a little addicted to things.
Okay.
Just
First of all, I didn't get you addicted to anything, okay? Seems
just to be clear, I drink this now because of you.
beer?
Back when we met, I only drank vodka and Red Bull.
Okay. Well,
And I didn't eat carbs. I ate candy, I drank Red Bull, and I ate bacon.
no. Well, you still.
Fast forward 20 years later.
That's still pretty accurate. All that checks out. Like you're not far off from that. So
How much bacon did we go through this week? 2 packs?
I don't know. We eat a lot of bacon here. Well, when I say we, Sam and the children eat a lot of bacon. I sometimes get a piece. Like if I cook it in the morning before people are like up and moving and willing to come out to the kitchen, I can sneak in a couple pieces before everybody else.
So he bought an air fryer 2 Christmases ago.
Yeah.
We finally caught on to the trend getting an air fryer.
I got you one. You were like, "What is this?" I'm like, "You gonna learn today. You better love this."
So now I take the bacon because it's too long to fit in the little, because we have like the circular one.
We gotta get the bigger one.
I twirl it like candy almost and put it in there. So good. 11 and a half minutes at 350 is the perfect way to cook the bacon in this thing, and it is perfectly crispy. but still has the juiciness, the fat taste to it, and the children love it.
All right, I gotta show. I saw a video actually today of a guy cooking bacon. He took the pieces of bacon and cut them in half.
Which we've done.
He put them in a pot, like what you would cook like pasta in or whatever, and he put like water in it, and basically just kept stirring it and letting it cook. It came out and looked pretty good. Like it actually, it kind of like it made it crispy, but it didn't burn it.
Yeah.
And he was like, "You'll never cook bacon another way if you do it like this."
I don't want to risk wasting bacon.
Yeah.
Even when you burn it,
Well, you cook like you. If we do it, we got to cook like 2 pieces, and if it's good,
then yeah.
Then you cook the pack.
Even when he's burnt the bacon, I still eat it. Like it has to be like burnt for me not to eat it.
Yeah.
Which that has happened. We've like put it on in the oven and totally forgot about it.
Yeah, it's just black. This is like beef
We
jerky.
didn't throw it in a pan because of it.
Yeah, that like it was.
It
rough.
like burnt
It
to the
stuck
pan. We
to
couldn't
it.
get it off even with a
It
fork.
was like we're gonna have to go to IKEA and get a new pan. This one's done.
Actually, we probably need to go to IKEA because we need pots and a pan.
That's something interesting too. If you guys haven't been to IKEA, it's kind of fun. It's like a maze. If it's a rainy Saturday and you got nothing to do, go walk through IKEA.
Because they have a restaurant too. So you walk halfway through.
I don't know if I'd call it a restaurant. It's
like a cafeteria.
a place you can get food at. It's not very.
Well, they
good.
have food. They have good food. They have the Swedish meatballs, which I'm not a fan of Swedish meatballs.
Yeah.
But they have cakes and cupcakes and cookies and pizza.
Yeah.
Remember the kids got pizza one time we went. Our oldest loves it. He loves going. He actually asked me the other day if we can go to IKEA. So maybe him and I can go Wednesday.
Yeah, you go take a stroll through the IKEA. All right, let's see. I wanted to show you this. I saved it. I've saved so many videos. I went back and I found this. Where'd it go? Oh my God, I've lost it. I was literally just looking at this. Oh, this was crap, where'd it go? I literally just had this thing.
You have to like heart it.
Well, I do. I mark them on Instagram, like I save them so that I have them.
But you have so many saved.
Well, I need to go back and unsave the ones that.
I need to do that with some of my work because I save workouts and there's some that like I ran through and I didn't like. I need to remove them.
Man, I'm burping a lot tonight. God, where did it go?
I can't burp. You saw me burp.
Well, that made me burp a couple times. Damn it. I literally was just looking through this, and it was an alien thing I was going to show you. Crap. I don't know.
Well, on a fun note, we went to Phantom Fireworks today.
We did buy some explosives.
So we'll record some of it.
We got some mortars, got some Roman candles, sparklers, but the mortars are the most fun. That was something. Do you remember? You used to not be. Did they change the law? Because you couldn't. When we were kids,
you had to go to South Carolina and
teenagers, Florida had a rule where nothing it couldn't leave the ground. So all you got was like the stuff that you light, like the little boxes, and it shoots like some sparks.
But it only shoots like this high up.
Like the mortars we have now, or it's like a ball, and you drop it in a tube and light it, and it just and it goes like I don't know when they changed the law, but like when we went down,
we were able to afford fireworks.
We went down to Phantom Fireworks where we always get. This is a huge store. I mean, this was maybe
10 years ago.
Yeah,
because he's 13 now. So
we bought like one of those big packs, and I had some in, and I'm like, I didn't know they sold stuff like this. And then the next year we looked, and they have like the bigger ones. Like we'll take a video and make like a short of it or something to show everybody, but they're huge.
I remember when we were little, if we went to the mountains, my parents would stop and buy some stuff in like Georgia or South Carolina, depending on which way we went. And my mom would hide the bottle rockets so that we wouldn't set them off. But every once in a while, she would let us set them off, but we had to set them off in like a 2-liter bottle, like with water in the bottom of it, so the bottle wouldn't fall over.
Ooh.
But like set it up. I remember one year we bought one. My boyfriend and I in high school, we bought. I think his parents bought it for us. We were in South Carolina, And we came home and we set it off at my parents' house. No HOA, like an old kind of neighborhood. It took off down the road and landed on someone's roof.
It's not good.
And my mom started freaking out that we were about to catch someone's house on fire.
All right.
That was awesome.
I don't know. I guess let me. Oh, here it is. No, this is it. All right. So this is Luis Elizondo. He's been on Rogan a bunch, and I'll post this in there. I'm stealing this from it's UAP _ files. It's on Instagram. Like I follow some different like alien stuff, but I wanted to show. He used to be like a government. I don't know. I didn't research the guy, but he's been on a bunch of stuff. Like he's apparently legit. But this is something I wanted to show you.
Can I ask what makes him legit? Because
he worked for. Well, let's Google it. Like while we're sitting here. Let's say we're not Elizondo.
What does Wikipedia say?
It says he was employed by the United States Department of Defense in roles of United States Army counterintelligence and with the Office of the United Secretary of Defense for Intelligence. So he's got some clearance. Okay. All right. So let me show you this. All right. I'm gonna turn this up. Hold on. The Matt Stafford video.
My security clearance with the United States government, and so because of that, I am still held by my non-disclosure agreement. But what I can say is what I've been cleared to say by the Pentagon previously, and that is that the U.S. government is in possession of extremely exotic material of unknown origin. And I can also say, after, by the way, a year of a back and forth dialogue with the Pentagon, I can also say now, without getting into trouble, that biologics or biological specimens and samples were recovered from some of the crashes involving some of this very, very exotic technology. This conversation is dynamic. It's ongoing right now. There's a lot of people, both at the Pentagon and at the CIA and within our intelligence community, that are trying to figure out how to have this conversation with the American people. Why is that? It's because it's been over 70 years of misinformation that has been put out. And now the government finds itself in a situation where it has to basically unwind that tape.
Okay. So when they say biologics, they mean specimens. That's like alien beings.
But they have alien blood. They have alien.
Well, or the theory in some of these crashes is that there have been bodies recovered. Not just a craft, like the aliens like are dead in it. You know, so it's not like the aliens just disappeared or beamed back home when they crashed. So he's got pretty high clearance to know some of this stuff, and some of the David Grush guy, I think we've talked about him. You probably haven't watched as much of it as I have, but he's been on Rogan, and he went to like to Congress to testify about it. He was one of the whistleblowers. Basically, it's coming out because they're saying that the government's, how are they funding all these projects to research this stuff? So it's coming out now that Congress is interested because they're going, well, where are they getting it? So they're looking into it, and all this other stuff is starting to come out. That's what's been going on the last couple of years.
Like it is the government, but the government doesn't truly know that there's these little break-offs that they're actually funding.
Yeah.
They're calling it something, but actually they're funding something different.
Yeah. So where they're saying this is for research of space or something else, and then it's some secret military bunker where they're researching aliens and stuff. But there's been a lot of stuff where, like, multiple things I've seen where they said, like, they've not only recovered crafts, but biologics, meaning like aliens, like beings that they've researched. So, I mean, that it's just that guy literally just said it. I mean, if you know who he is, I mean, take him for what he's worth, but it's definitely something that is coming out and is, I think in the next, if I had to guess, like, I think over the next 5 years,
I was just going to say that. I would think
we're going to have a lot more information on aliens. Because you think about, like, 5 years ago, we really didn't have that much. Now it's starting to leak and come out. I just think it's just going to continue to.
Didn't Trump also sign something where they have to start releasing things to the public now?
he had signed some stuff about the JFK documents.
But I thought he signed like other stuff.
But it ended up, Biden changed it and said that ultimately it was either the CIA or the FBI had the ultimate call to determine if it was a matter of national security. So that's how they're getting around it, because if it's
Like detrimental to us.
the JFK stuff is if it's a matter of national security, meaning if it was the CIA or FBI and that's going to disband that, they're not going to release that information. Also, I want to say it's the CIA. The CIA is in charge of determining if it's a matter of national security.
Well, the CIA is the ones that killed.
Right. So everyone's like, so we'll never know. And we've talked about that till, JFK stuff just drives me crazy. But if it's the same thing with the aliens. Okay. If it's the same stuff with the aliens, they're not going to disclose it. If they're in charge of it.
I think the alien just came out of me.
Yeah, it may have. Because they've said that before. They've said that the alien, that if we've recovered crafts, then it's a matter of national security if we're back engineering stuff, because they don't want Russia or China or whoever to know we have one and we have this advanced technology. So all they have to do is say, oh, it's a matter of national security. We can't disclose that. So, yeah.
So, can I talk about the show you've been watching? Because I've been watching it too.
Have you? You're on your phone a lot. Okay.
Jesus.
Yeah.
That's not.
You said you weren't burping. You're like, oh my god, burp. These don't make me burp.
No, the thing that you burp.
What?
What
Oh, it's a magic.
So the show he's been watching, what is it, For All Mankind, or?
Yeah, it's on
Apple TV.
Apple TV. Yeah.
And I told somebody at work about it, and they're like, "That's interesting." So it's basically Russia beating us to the moon.
Yeah.
And so what would happen? It's basically, instead of us going to the moon first and the play out of it, like we all see in all the movies where we go to the moon, it's Russia went first and how pissed off and angry America gets and the president gets. And then it just turns into this whole new chain of events where the people that were in office when we went to the moon never made it into office, or they've been kicked out of office. Now there's a new chain of events that have happened.
So like Nixon was in office when we went to the moon. So in this, there's a special thing that comes on. It's like the second or third episode. I'm not going to try to give any spoilers because this doesn't alter the show if you want to go watch it. But there's a thing where it says, like on the news or something, it shows something, they're watching TV or something. It says President Kennedy has canceled his, Senator Kennedy has canceled his plans at Chappaquiddick and is heading back to Washington to discuss the matters at hand. So it ends up that Ted Kennedy didn't go to Chappaquiddick, which resulted in the death of Mary Jo Kopechne, I believe is her name. So he ends up running for president, and then it jumps forward a year or two, and he's the president. Because most people believe
How
that.
do you remember names like that? Like you can't remember people when I introduce you, but you remember people like that.
Oh, was just watching. I've listened to the Kennedys. Just their whole family is just it just baffles me. All the conspiracies surrounding them it sucks me in. I'll watch any Kennedy documentary or movie or podcast, like anything about any of them. Like the whole family is just utterly fascinating to me.
Yeah. Sorry, I didn't mean to throw you off. It baffles me that you can remember that stuff, but you can't remember someone I introduced you to 2 weeks ago that you're going to see again in 2 weeks. You have no
Mary
idea.
Jo. Let me look it up. Hang on. Who's the girl that died with Ted Kennedy? Mary Jo Kopechne. Yeah, right there. Boom. 28-year-old former secretary.
He can remember her name, but we can't seem to remember our wedding anniversary.
Played by the one and only in the movie Chappaquiddick by red-haired smoke show girl from Shooter. What is that girl, that actress's name? I can't think of her name.
Look her up. I don't have my phone. But I know who you're talking about. I love her. She has that very, like, soft... Is she even Southern? She's in We Are Marshall.
That girl. Yeah.
Hey.
Kate Mara. She's good times.
Hey, I have red hair.
I know. And I married you. Congratulations.
She has brown eyes, though, doesn't she? I have green. It's different.
Let's look at images. Let's see what's going on.
You're such a jerk.
And she's got short blonde hair in the movie. Oh, no, that's proper soul, man. That's proper.
Fuck you.
Hey, don't say
I
that.
once had short hair and you didn't like it.
We talked about this in another episode. There's a Chappaquiddick episode where we dove, I don't want to say it's early, but we dove into the whole Chappaquiddick Ted Kennedy
I love
thing.
that it shows the car upside down.
That was
And water.
the thing. If you haven't watched it, it's a good movie. It documents.
I don't think I've watched it. You watched it?
Have you not watched this movie? Oh.
You must have watched it one night when I've gone to sleep.
You gotta watch this movie. It's so good. Can we watch it tonight?
I can't stay up late again.
It's Saturday night. We're watching Chappaquiddick.
We were
High
up,
five.
we were up until 1 a.m. last night. I can't do that again.
Well, that was because of extracurriculars. We watched Dark Knight with the oldest, which is so long. Good. It's like 2.5 hours, 2:45.
I think I drank 6 beers throughout the whole movie.
So long. I was like, good God. I forgot how long that was.
I even took a walk around the house at one point.
And we were like, at the end, we're like,
What'd you think?
yeah? What'd you think? He's like, it's okay. It's all right. It's not John Wick, but you know.
And it was funny because all the quotes that they say in the movie, he's like, I've heard that one. That's
He's all seen
like,
all the memes.
He's like,
and
that's a famous quote. I'm like,
Joker stuff.
no shit, Sherlock.
All right. So Chappaquiddick, go watch it. I have a different topic. I told you I was going to discuss something. I could not find anything remotely interesting to talk about on that.
You know why?
Why?
Because it's a conspiracy. They hide it. They don't want you to know about it.
Maybe. So I got this.
Can I say what we were going to talk about?
Let me explain it because you're going to say something inappropriate.
No, I wasn't. No, I was going to just say. So I watch the Secret Lives of the Mormon Wives.
Right.
And so I was telling them about some of the stuff that they talk about the Mormons, and I've actually have had interaction with Mormons here in Jacksonville.
Careful.
No, nothing bad. But
Careful. You're going to say something inappropriate.
I'm not, and that light is crooked, so it's all shining over here, and it's dark on you. Just saying, when you don't like the lighting.
Am I dimly lit?
Yes.
What the hell? I'm not going to mess with this. Fuck up the camera.
Okay, anyways. So I was telling him the stuff of what they talk about, what their religion and what they believe in, whatever. And he thought because he was on his phone, and let's be honest, when men are on their phone, they're not listening to every single detail you tell them. He thought I was talking about Scientology. So then it leads into, I've got a topic for Saturday night.
All right, so what I was going to do is I was going to run through the history of what Scientologists believe. I could not find a good write-up on it because Sam doesn't know about Scientology. I should have looked into it earlier this week.
I know Tom Cruise.
Yeah. I got to look into the story of Scientology and what they believe is interesting to say the least. So maybe I'll look into it. We'll talk about it next week.
You know who you need to go look and find her podcast? The wife from King of Queens?
Yeah, I know her.
Or whatever.
Yep.
She was in it.
She's been on Rogan. She talked about it.
Yeah. So I think she's got a podcast, and I think she talks about it. You need to go listen to her podcast.
I'm good.
Oh.
They're all crazy. We'll talk about it next week. I don't because we got other stuff.
But that's what we were supposed to talk about tonight.
So I found this. We're gonna run through this list. It's 30 crazy conspiracy theories that people actually believe.
Oh
okay?
My god.
So if there's 30 of them, we can't talk about each of them for 10 minutes. All right?
Okay.
So you got to kind of we're
right.
going to talk about it for a second.
How about this? I'll give my facial expressions on the ones that are stupid, and I'll talk about the ones that I think are.
All right. Number 1.
Landing on the moon.
Moon landing was fake. Okay. Flag moving in the wind, no stars in the sky whatsoever, misaligned shadows. These have all been points that people have brought up. So, all right, we're going to go quick. Yes or no on all these. All right. So you believe it was fake or not?
the more and more I have heard and you have told me, I do believe it's fake now.
Okay. I think we have been to the moon. I think the footage we saw was not real.
Well, yeah.
Very similar to Fly Me to the Moon. I think that was filmed prior and that was streamed in. I don't think that was live footage.
Didn't you say you heard from some podcast or whatever, someone who's in NASA now said there's no way to transmit that video back to us on Earth? Which I solely believe, because we talked about this last time about the moon. I can get radio reception and cell phone reception 2 miles down the road from my house.
We did an episode on the moon landing. Go back and look for it. But the biggest thing is the camera takeoff. When the lander, whatever, takes off and goes back up into orbit. There's a camera on the moon that pans up and zooms and focuses and all this as it's going up. They said that, I saw a video and I told Sam about that we can't do that now. We couldn't. He said it would be hard for me to remote control a camera right now in 2025 from across the room, let alone on the moon. So he said in 1969, he said that's the biggest debunker of all of it. So moon landing episode, go watch it. All right, number 2, the government killed JFK. So we've talked about this. Yes, I agree.
They may have paid someone, forced someone, blackmailed someone to do it, but they did it.
All right. Number 3.
Should we talk about it?
Something that happened a few years ago involving a virus was engineered by the media.
It's the flu.
Okay. So, no, engineered by the media. So some people think that the virus is a hoax and that it was engineered by the media and a global elite to control the population. I don't believe the media had anything to do with it. I
think the government did.
I think it. So I'll say no. It had nothing. The media had nothing to do with it. They just hyped it up, but I mean they're going to do whatever sells stuff. So this one, I saw this one is interesting. Earth has been sucked into a black hole. Okay, so listen to this. The European Organization for Nuclear Research, which is CERN, is at the heart of a lot of crazy conspiracy theories, including people who believe that when CERN discovered the Higgs boson in 2012, they inadvertently created a black hole and Earth was sucked into it. The people think that the world ended in 2012, but we haven't realized it yet.
So we've talked about that before.
Yeah. CERN is that big that collider thing that they built like it's in a mountain.
But we've talked about like maybe there already has been a mass destruction to
and
us.
that we're in some kind of simulation.
And it's almost like we're all in the afterlife.
So I'm sure there's something else related to this.
Which I would hope my afterlife would be a lot less stressful.
The simulation. I'm sure I will be shocked if there's not a simulation theory one on here. But do you believe that the Earth has been sucked into a black hole?
No.
I guess these.
That's the first time I've heard that one.
So I'm gonna say no on that. I will say that I'm not convinced that the world hasn't ended already, and we're just kind of floating by. But that's a separate thing. Jesus Christ.
So much dust around here.
Too much booger sugar, I guess.
Don't say.
All right. Disney created Frozen as a distraction. Have you heard this one? Okay.
No.
So there was a lot of people saying that Disney... All right, listen.
My beloved
that once Disney died, he had his head removed and they froze it so that he could be recreated. This is something that a lot of people believe is true. This is a separate conspiracy, but that he had his head removed when he died, and it was frozen so that in the future, if there was a way to bring him back, that they would figure it out. So there's two things. I've heard that people believe it was just his head or that his whole body has been frozen. It's in like a storage thing.
Oh, I thought you meant like the movie Frozen.
Right. So that's the conspiracy. When you type in Walt Disney Frozen, it pulls up the movie. Before Frozen came out, it used to pull up a bunch of conspiracy stuff about him actually being frozen. Okay?
I've
So
never
it says,
heard this.
have you not? Oh, I'm deep in the conspiracies. I know all these.
No wonder you don't sleep.
All right. I sleep great. It says, however, a new theory is that Walt Disney Company created Frozen as a way to hack Google's search algorithm and distract consumers from information about the late Walt Disney's possible frozen procedure. Because there's no way to search. If you type in Walt Disney Frozen, or like, it's going to pull up the movie, because you type Disney and Frozen.
What if you typed in was Walt Disney Frozen?
It's going to pull up a bunch of stuff about the movie.
All right, well, I know what I'm Googling tonight.
All right, so what do you think about that? I know that one's a new one to you. Do you think, all right, here's the first one. Do you think he was maybe frozen to potentially do that? To bring him back?
I mean, wait, when did he die?
Hold, please.
I gotta know when he died. Because people did weird shit back in the 40s and the 50s. And
All right, he died in 66.
I would probably believe that he is frozen, but not like
He's a rich
conspiracy
dude.
frozen. Well, because back then they thought like back in the 60s they really thought by 2025 we'd be even flying cars.
That's what I'm saying.
So I
it-
could kind of
like,
believe yes he
they
is
have-
frozen, but I don't think he's frozen for the reasons why they think he's frozen.
Why would it be frozen?
Because that was just like I don't know.
That was the thing, is that so they could bring him back. But
But why would you need just the head?
just because of the DNA, like it's a fresh, like...
Take a finger.
I'm
Freeze a
just-
fingertip.
all right, okay. So what do you think?
That's weird. I don't know.
Did they create Frozen as a distraction?
I mean, if they did, they were fucking smart with it because they've made 2 movies and a shit ton of toys and.
I'm going to say yes. I'm yes on that one.
Mm,
You go no?
not a believer.
Okay. It's not about him being frozen. That's not being debated here. It's that they created the movie Frozen as a
I don't
distraction.
think they created. Like, that's very elaborate. That was a very expensive movie.
All right. The Denver International Airport is Illuminati's headquarters. We've talked about how weird their airport is, right?
Nope.
Oh, God. All right. Well, we can do a whole episode on that. So that's probably... All right. So we're going to skip past this one because this is something that has to be...
Deep dive.
Yeah. Because there's a lot of stuff. So we can do an episode
I know
on that.
nothing about the Denver airport.
Yeah. So we'll skip
Does
that.
that know where I want to fly into when I have to go to Colorado?
You can, but there's a lot of weird stuff there. All right.
Great.
The Earth is hollow. All right. In 2014, scientists released new unknown findings. I don't know how you can have new unknown findings about the Earth's core, and let's just say conspiracy theories took it and ran with it. After learning that we don't know much at all about the surface of the Earth or what lies beneath the layers, the hollow Earth theory gained traction. Some believers even think that there's an Earth inside the Earth. I'm gonna say no on that.
I'm gonna say no.
Yeah, I don't think the Earth is hollow at all. I think
I've seen some.
it's liquid hot magma, lava. It's very hot, Scotty. It's hot. Don't touch it. We should let him watch Austin Powers.
No, because you get the titty girl, and no.
The world is flat.
I'm sitting right here.
No, you got titties too.
Uh,
The world is flat. That's a no for me. I don't even think this is. You good?
I think it's the Mexican food.
Maybe. Earth is flat. Yes or no?
No.
No. I don't think there's anything remotely. I'm not even going to entertain that. That's just ridiculous. Prince Charles is a vampire. I didn't read through all these. I got through the first 3, and I'm like, oh, we can talk about this.
Isn't he dead now?
No.
Isn't he dying? He has like terminal cancer or something right now, doesn't he?
I don't know.
Pretty sure he does.
I don't-
That's the whole thing.
I don't follow them.
Oh.
It says, all right, well, this is why the Prince of Wales is related to Vlad the Impaler, the inspiration for Bram Stoker's Dracula, and many royals in Charles's bloodline were known to have the disease porphyria, which is an iron deficiency that causes people to be sensitive to sunlight.
I think they call that ginger.
I'm going to say no because he's outside during the day all the time.
I think they call that being ginger and being sensitive, like your skin's just sensitive to sunlight.
I don't think he's a vampire. I'm going to call it. He may be evil. but
And
he's
don't
not
come
a-
at me for saying ginger. I'm a redhead.
All right, number 10. Bigfoot is real.
Yes.
Yes. I'm on board with Bigfoot.
On board. What if Bigfoot is an alien?
It's very possible.
What if he's an alien walking amongst us when we don't even know it?
I don't know. Like a lot of the stuff I read about or listen, like I listen to all these podcasts, Bigfoot, UFO stuff. I don't.
The TV show you watch is stupid.
Yeah, it's dumb. But there's a lot of people that talk about it being like an interdimensional, like coming through portals. If anything, I just think it's an animal that lives out in the woods that's somewhere between something similar to a caveman, or where he missed the evolution bus and just kind of got left. He got left at the station. It's just like, oh shit.
He went into hibernation during the elevator.
Yeah. Like during an ice age, and just woke up and like we didn't have fur, and he was like, oh shit, like
why are they naked?
you know, like I guess I'll just keep living out here in the woods.
Some people say it's old miners
You know,
that got lost in caves and have found their way out.
I don't think it's that. I'll say yes though. I think I mean
I believe in Bigfoot.
it would not surprise me at all.
We've
if
got
there's-
to go to the Bigfoot capital.
It's like where, Washington?
No, I think it's in like South Carolina or North Carolina.
No, it's not the Bigfoot capital. Like upper
Like
north,
Virginia, West Virginia.
no, northwest, like Washington, Oregon, Northern California.
No, my parents, when they were traveling up, they went to one that has a big Bigfoot sighting. And I think it's in
Well,
South
there's
Carolina. North
Bigfoot
Carolina.
sightings all over, but that's the hot spot. That's where everyone always sees them. It's up there in those mountains where all the logging
Because
and
they're all
stuff.
high.
No, it's just because there's nothing out there. It's just thousands of acres of just trees and stuff. They got room to move around.
They're all high.
The Nazis had a secret base in Antarctica. Have you heard about this one?
Yeah, I believe it.
I mean, this wouldn't surprise me. That it's documented that like the Nazis went down to right? Antarctica's south. Yeah, they went down to it was like North Pole, South Pole.
My contacts just got twisted trying to think of where it's at.
I was like, what? Right south?
But I mean, they did go to Brazil, so they did go south.
Yeah.
I mean, come on. They were in South America.
I think I wouldn't be surprised at all if he sent like a group down there to research it. The size of it, I don't know if it was massive. But
I don't think it was anything.
I wouldn't be. There was Nazis in Antarctica at some point. It
I don't think it was substantial.
It says Nazis had a secret base in Antarctica that housed advanced technology like UFOs, but there's never been any evidence discovered. I get
A 21-page paper.
disputing the theory.
Oh.
But again, whether they built a permanent structure there or I'll say this, I believe Nazis were in Antarctica. I don't know if they set up a massive concrete base and dropped a ton of money into it, but I think there were Nazis in Antarctica.
I think the Nazis were in more places than everyone gives them credit for.
All right, number 12, we're all living in the Matrix. So this is your simulation theory, all right?
Okay.
Hang on, wait, let me read this. People think we're living in a real-life simulation. The theory is supported by crazy coincidences and happenings that occurred during a glitch in the Matrix. This could be anything from recognizing the same background character or losing track of time.
So, one day at work with people that kind of know what we talk about. No one knows about the podcast at work. They don't know the name of it. They kind of know what we talk about. I've talked about what we talk about, and they all think I'm crazy. But that's at home Sam, not work Sam. But anyways, I was standing in an office with another person, and this huge flash of light happened. There was no thunder. There was no lightning. There was no thunderstorm. It was clear as day outside. But it
Was it Marty McFly and Doc Brown? Landed in the DeLorean?
I don't know. But she saw it, I saw it, and we both went, whoa, did you see that? And she's like, yeah, I saw it. And she said it before I said it. She goes, I think that was a glitch. And I was like, oh, are you believing glitch in the Matrix? And she's like, maybe it was. I was like, holy shit, I've convinced one.
So you're on board with this?
Fuck yes.
All right.
Can I tell you my own conspiracy? Well, no, because we don't talk about it around here. Never mind. I had this.
Maybe next week.
Okay.
Can you save it? Because we're on 12. We got to make through the rest of this list here. We got 18 more conspiracies to go.
I think I'm time traveler.
Okay, well you can tell me that next week.
I believe it. Do you?
The Matrix.
We joke about it, but
we joke around about it. And I always say like, "Oh, we're in a simulation." I don't know. That's one of the biggest ones that I go back and forth on. I'll say this: I think something is controlling us and guiding us at different times, whether that's God, fate, the simulation. I think that stuff happens for a reason.
I really think you are running late for work for a reason.
Yeah.
I think sometimes you're on time. You're early to work for a reason because you missed something. We had it happen when we were on vacation. We were running late to go to the water park, and we drove up, and we were in traffic, and there was an accident. So had we been on time, we may have been part of that accident.
Yeah, I'll say there's something higher controlling us. Again, whether that's God, aliens, the Matrix, simulation, there's something. I don't know. I don't think we're just all here randomly by chance, just kind of figuring it out. All right, this one I've heard before. The moon isn't real. All right, so this one I'll spin a different one. This one says that the moon is simply a projection. This is the flat Earth thing. I don't believe that at all. I've heard this that the moon is a satellite, or that it was put here, which I do believe is a possibility.
Put here.
Yeah, that it's
by the aliens. That they gave us a nightlight.
That it's some kind of monitoring or outpost station. I mean, if you're asking me to bet my life on these, I'm gonna say no. But
the waves in the ocean are determined.
That's
by
what I
the
say.
moon.
They say that it's very odd that the moon is the perfect distance for all of this, everything to happen. It's also the perfect distance between Earth and the sun to create a solar eclipse where it perfectly blocks out. There's just a lot of coincidences that say that the moon may have potentially been put there. Like, our world wouldn't be able to function the way it does without the moon. So there's a lot of stuff that says maybe that was put here by somebody as like a satellite. They also, people that believe the moon is hollow. Have you heard about this?
I'm sure.
No, it's not. These are just little short things. But there was one of the astronaut things when we went Apollo, one of the Apollo missions where we went to the moon. They intentionally launched the orbiter or whatever it is, the lander, back down to the moon and had seismic stuff to monitor it. And they said that the moon rang like a bell for like an hour because they think it was hollow. I'd do an episode on that. Sam hasn't heard about this one. Okay?
It's not hollow.
Okay. The Titanic didn't actually sink.
Okay. Before you read me the passage, the word on the street is the Titanic did not sink. Its sister ship sunk.
That's what they say for insurance purposes, yeah. So that's what it said. Let me see. The tragic incident, including one of the company's ocean liners, the Olympic, that crashed in that iceberg, not the Titanic. Yeah, that's like a common thing that they had a ship that looked just like it. I can't remember what the conspiracy is behind why, but there was something to do with the insurance or something. We had to look into that one. I don't know. I have no idea.
Well, someone let Rose know because for 84 years she held on to that damn heart necklace and then just let it go.
Yeah. I don't know. I'll say no on that one because I don't really know.
Yeah. And I didn't watch Titanic until I was like 20.
What? You don't watch it when it came out?
Nope.
Apollo 17 wasn't the last moon mission. Did you watch the Titanic with me for the first time? Did I make you watch it?
I think so.
That's hilarious. All right, Apollo 17 wasn't the last moon
It's just
mission.
the kind of shit I like to watch.
So I've heard this, that it says NASA claimed that they had logged all the research needed and the government funding was reduced, but a movie about a fictional Apollo 18 came out and now some believe the mission was real, and then tragically when the astronauts had a run-in with aliens.
I don't know anything about this one, so I don't know.
I've heard that there were additional missions, but if I had to guess, I would say no, because I think the cost was so much. But it's a fun thing to talk about. But if they were going to have a run-in, they would have had the run-in before, So,
all right, keep going. I hear children.
well, if you want to stop,
no, keep going.
We got 15 more, so
Let's
we can finish them next
I
week.
think they're just talking.
All right, zombies can rise from the dead.
All right. We're going to take a time out real quick. I burped in my hand. Oh, jeez Christ.
Was it loud?
It was loud and it stunk. It smelled like a trash can.
Okay. All right, then. Let me see. Let me get back to my list.
We're on the zombie one.
All right.
Can I say what I was going to say?
Zombies
I was rudely interrupted by my children.
Zombies can rise from the dead.
I don't think the dead will come back as zombies. I think we will turn into zombies based on vaccinations and poison.
I'm gonna say no. I don't. The zombie thing is a fun movie, but I don't think. We've talked about this. I had a rant on this. The Walking Dead. They would decay and not be able to move around because their muscles wouldn't work. There wouldn't be anything to move their limbs up and down.
But the World War Z ones, they're getting injected with a vaccination that actually made them stronger.
Yeah.
Because they thought they were curing cancer. No, that's I Am Legend.
Yeah, I'm gonna say no. Bill Gates is making fake snow.
Fuck Bill Gates.
I don't know anything about that. It says he was creating fake snow that burns. Oh, I've seen that. Fake snow that burns instead of melts. I don't know Bill Gates has anything to do with that. I mean, that could just be pollution or anything else that's in our environment causing the snow to have stuff in it. So I'm going to say no on that one. The Bet's mystery sphere is alien material.
Lord.
The Bet's mystery... God, stop, bro. The Bet's mystery sphere has baffled the public since it was found by a couple in Florida in 1974. Conspiracy theorists are convinced alien material, while others such as the military say it's a man-made object. We are going to screenshot that because I have no idea what that is. I got to look into this.
I didn't know that happened in Florida.
I'm going to save that one to look into. Maybe we'll. You all right? Barney Rubble over here? You alright? Did you shit your pants or? I don't know anything about this, but we'll look into it because I'm baffled there's someone here I haven't heard of. We're gonna have to look into this because I don't know.
We should look into what's
I don't know.
with me.
I don't know enough. Yeah, you got some issues. Amelia Earhart was eaten by crabs.
Just keep scrolling.
Well, it's widely believed It's widely believed she ran out of fuel and crashed in the ocean. Some think she landed by mistake on a deserted island and was eventually eaten by the 3-foot-long coconut crabs that inhabit the shore. I'm gonna say no.
She lived.
No, I think she died. She crashed while she was trying to do. She disappeared while she was trying to do one of the things around.
Yeah, she did in the Bermuda Triangle.
I don't know if that's where it was, but they don't know what happened to her. So I want to say, I don't know if she's eaten by crabs.
So we're gonna say crabs ate her.
Yeah, I don't. I'm gonna say no
Get
on
your
that.
shit together. Loch Ness monster. Yes.
It says it lives in Scotland.
Believe it. They had dragons and shit over there. Yeah.
I don't believe in the Loch Ness monster. I'm gonna say no. I don't.
So you believe in aliens? You believe in Bigfoot? You believe in Loch Ness? Who the fuck are you?
There's one sighting, one picture, and like we haven't had anything in how many? Like Bigfoot people spot Bigfoot or different Bigfoots all over the country all the time. Same
Well,
thing
if
with
there's
aliens.
only one if there was only one Loch Ness, then how's it supposed to mate? It's not like Blue from Jurassic World. She just can't just make one of his own.
Wouldn't it be dead by now?
Probably now, but it wasn't before.
5G causes cancer. No.
No, we're not even going to entertain that one.
No. I don't know what that means. A solar flare caused the Titanic to sink. No.
No.
Says a study recently discovered that the northern hemisphere was experiencing a moderate severe magnetic storm on the night of the ship's collision.
Okay, some of these are just contradicting themselves.
Yeah, there's a hole in the side of the ship. It
broke in half.
It says solar flares are known to cause power outages on Earth and could have affected the ship's radar and radio rescue signals. They didn't have radar. They had a spotter that didn't see it. So no. The Black Knight satellite is an alien spacecraft.
What is that?
That one. Have we not talked about the Black Knight satellite?
I know nothing about it.
Screenshot. Are you okay?
Nope.
Good.
Mexican really fucked me up.
All right, so we'll do one about this Black Knight. It was a object that they found in space that they picked up, basically.
That we didn't put there?
Basically orbiting Earth, and they are saying the official story is that it's just space trash or debris from a shuttle or something else.
But no one's claiming it.
No. They just
like
said it's
Russia.
It's,
no one's.
NASA insists it's just space junk. I'll show. We'll do
Spaceballs.
We'll do an episode, and I'll talk about that. We'll try to maybe we can put these all in next week.
Speaking of Spaceballs, did you see they're making a new one?
I didn't know.
They're making a Spaceballs 2.
One thing at a time, Sam. One thing at a time. We'll talk about this one. I think yes. It's a very strange looking object. I don't unless you can tell me exactly what it is and show me a picture of it.
Never heard of it.
We'll
let's talk about it. It makes me really smart at work when you tell me some of these things.
We'll talk about it. Sirens were responsible for shipwrecks. That's like mermaids. Okay. Back in like pirate days and stuff like that. Basically, do you believe in mermaids? It says conspiracy theory that sailors have claimed that mystical women dubbed sirens would lure them to the rocks and cause shipwrecks back in the day. I don't know about that. I'm going to say no to the mermaid thing. I don't think so. Are you saying yes? Mm-hmm. Okay, you think mermaids are real?
I think unicorns are real too.
Unicorns are not real. Tis a mythical creature. All right, so
each their own opinion.
Planet X is home to a world called Nibiru. What is Planet X?
I don't know. Screenshot that one.
When news of an undiscovered planet in the solar system was revealed, many were fascinated and excited. However, some thought that Planet X housed a theoretical world called Nibiru that would lead to an apocalypse on April 23rd, 2018. Looks like we made it, people. I have heard of Nibiru. I don't know about...
Isn't that a planet in Star Wars?
Maybe? Is it?
I think it is.
But I've heard of people saying... so I'm going to say no because I don't know anything about it. But that's another one we could look into. Queen Elizabeth I was a man.
I have heard this, and it's in my conspiracy book back there I've read, and I kind of sort of do believe it.
So it says some believe that Queen Elizabeth I died as a child, and to prevent the end of the royal line, she was placed with a young boy. The theory is said to explain why the ruler remained chaste.
Basically, she never had sex.
Her reign. I've never heard of this, so I don't...
Like a chastity belt.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe.
It's in the book that's back there on the dresser. I've read it. I kind of believe it.
I don't know. That one's interesting.
There's a lot of weird shit that happened back then. Another one?
I'm not going to do one. This is another one about a virus that happened a few
Nope.
years ago. We're not talking about that. Airplane exhaust trails are filled with chemicals. Chemtrails, basically. What? You like this one? You like chemtrails? There's nothing like government poison conspiracy. Many people have hopped on board with theorists who claim that airplanes' exhaust trail caused by low temperatures and high altitudes. It's actually chemtrails or chemicals the government is trying to secretly spray us with. I'm going to say no. I don't believe in chemtrails.
You're the one that told me about them.
I know. I mean, I read about these stuff. I don't believe it's true, but they say like that the government or whoever's behind it sprays these to control the population and change people's moods and all that. I don't think so. I'm gonna say no.
There must have been a lot of chemtrails around this house this week.
Maybe.
Changing my mood.
What do you think?
I'm on the fence.
All right. Abominable snowman lives in Asia.
Why do you live in Asia?
Because he lives up in like the mountains.
Oh, in the Alps.
Much like
Whatever.
Bigfoot, the abominable, is that right? Abominable snowman has long been a mythological creature that the public has tried to find for thousands of years. The lure of conspiracy, large foot tracks found in the snow of a two-legged human-like animal.
I mean, why not? Yeah, I'll go ahead and believe in it.
Yeah,
We have a Sasquatch, or a Bigfoot, or whatever you want to fucking call him. Asia can have their
If
abominable
it's up in
snowman.
like the mountains, I mean, anything's possible. Yeah. You could have some type of...
He's furry because he's cold. His body had to adapt. Our bodies do that. Our bodies will adapt to the climate you're in.
I'd say yes. That's like anyone saying, like, if you came up to somebody and said, "Are aliens real?" and they said no, I'm like, or here's the deal: is there life on any other planet? No. You don't know. You have no way of knowing. We don't know. It's like there could be. I mean, I don't know. I've never explored every inch of the like mountains and stuff that are over there. So I mean, it's very possible there's undiscovered animals. Internet routers can lead to harmful 5G radiation.
Oh my god,
No.
what's with this?
They're all about. Do we do a look into 5G?
I don't
Is this
know.
a thing?
Do we? Please comment. What's up with the whole 5G crap? Because they're connecting 5G to
I have no.
the C word.
I mean, I've heard this stuff, but I don't know.
Aren't our phones 5G?
Yeah, that's what they're saying. That was 30. That was number 30. All right.
All
So I'm
right,
gonna say
yeah.
that. That's not a bad list. I like it. We got some stuff to look into. All right. Well, let's wrap this thing up then, because we kind of went a little bit long diving into that. We're gonna go watch Chappaquiddick now. So drink a Red Bull. We'll do that. Chappaquiddick.
I want to seriously.
Oh.
That was weak.
I know.
Oh, see, your shit stinks too.
I had fajita nachos. They were
I can't
delicious.
wait to hear these burps.
All right, guys. We'll see you next week. You guys stay out of trouble. We'll do our best to
Stay
stay out
tuned
of trouble.
for the firework short
Yeah.
on Friday, 4th of July, Independence.
Hopefully, I'm going to keep all these digits. If not, it's going to be super funny to reference back to this video.
I hope you all enjoy your freedom.
America. All right, guys. Later.
Good night.